Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back. If you are living on a state pension in the United Kingdom, I have some incredible news for you right now. Starting this August 2026, you are legally allowed to stop paying a whole series of regular household bills. I want to make one thing completely clear right from the very beginning. This is not some vague, distant political promise about something that might happen next year, or a draft proposal sitting on a desk in Parliament. It is official. It is in full force right now, this very month, and it directly affects your bank account. Yet, month after month, millions of brilliant, hard-working pensioners across the country keep handing over their hard-earned money for these exact expenses. Why does that happen? It is certainly not because you fail to meet the qualifications. The real reason is far simpler. No one from any government department or energy company is ever going to ring you up out of the blue to tell you to stop paying them. That courtesy letter is never going to land on your doormat. The invoices just keep coming in the post, and because you have paid them religiously for decades, you simply carry on out of pure habit. In today's video, we are going to break down 8 specific bills that you can legally erase, complete with the real, practical numbers for August 2026. By the time we finish, you will know precisely which expenses apply to your household and the exact steps required to wipe them out for good. Make sure you pay very close attention to number 8 on our list. It is easily the most valuable item we will cover today because it acts as a silent master key that automatically unlocks half of all the other savings. Almost nobody takes advantage of it, so please stay tuned right to the end. Every single one of these rights has been sitting quietly in plain sight, waiting for you to claim what is rightfully yours. There really has never been a better time than right now in August 2026 to sit down, run through this list step by step, and put a permanent stop to these unnecessary expenses. But before we begin, I would like to remind you that from August 2026, millions of pensioners across the United Kingdom could receive an additional pension payment. If you would like to find out who is eligible and how much they could receive, I have left all the detailed information from an official source in the comments below this video. Be sure to take a look. Now, let us move on to today's topic. Let us jump straight into our very first bill, which quietly tricks more people than almost anything else simply because it is so straightforward. If you reside in England and have reached the age of 60 or above, every single National Health Service prescription you pick up from your local pharmacy is completely free of charge. That covers every single item, every single month, for the rest of your life. There are no complicated income assessments to complete, no restrictive financial limits, and zero painful paperwork to send off in advance. Let us look at the actual figures so you can grasp the true scale of what you might be giving away. The standard NHS prescription fee in England currently sits at £9.90 per item. If you rely on 2 or 3 ongoing prescriptions every month, as so many people over 60 do, you could easily be handing over nearly £30 at the counter each month for no legal reason whatsoever. Just think about how much that adds up to over 12 months, let alone over 5 or 10 years. If you celebrated your 60th birthday a while ago and simply kept paying out of habit, that money was never legally required from you. Claiming this couldn't be easier. All you need to do is tick the small box on the reverse side of your paper prescription form to confirm your age, and the fee is instantly waived. And here is a fantastic secret that very few people are aware of. If you paid for your prescriptions by mistake within the past 3 months, you can actually claim every single penny back. You just need to ask your pharmacist for an official FP57 refund form at the exact time you make the payment. You must request it right then and there before leaving the shop. One tiny checkmark on a form and a persistent bill you have paid for years vanishes into thin air. That brings us through the first item on our list. The second item goes hand in hand with the first because it operates on the exact same automatic entitlement. Full NHS site tests are entirely free for anyone aged 60 and over living in England. You do not need to book an appointment with your local general practitioner first, nor do you have to meet any low-income criteria. Any high street optician operating under the NHS umbrella will perform a comprehensive eye examination without charging you a single penny. A private eye care assessment can easily set you back roughly £25 every time you sit in the optician's chair. Given that specialists strongly advise mature adults to have their eyes thoroughly examined every 2 years, paying at the front desk without checking your rights means you are spending money on something that is already fully funded for you. Furthermore, if you happen to live on a modest income or receive particular support benefits, you might also qualify for an NHS optical voucher that pays for a substantial portion of your actual glasses. It is a massive financial relief that people rarely think to request. The support is standing by, and the only barrier is that nobody took the time to explain that you were entitled to it. Now, our third item addresses a bill that creates genuine anxiety for many households because the figures can escalate terrifyingly fast. The dentist. NHS dental procedures in England are structured into 3 distinct financial bands. Band 1 covers your routine oral examinations and costs just under £27. Band 2 handles intermediate work such as fillings or simple extractions, coming in at a little over £73. Finally, Band 3 covers major restorative dental work, including full dentures, crowns and bridges, running to more than £319 for a single course of treatment. For any pensioner living on a carefully managed fixed budget, that higher band is precisely the kind of heavy expense that causes people to avoid going to the dentist altogether. But here is the critical rule you must remember. If you or your partner receive the guarantee credit element of pension credit, every bit of your NHS dental treatment is totally free. Everything, right up to that top £300 band, is covered. Please keep this fact near the top of your mind, as pension credit will feature at the end of our list as the ultimate master key. Moving along from dental care, the fourth bill arrives in your post once a year, and a surprising number of people aged 75 and above are still paying it when they do not need to spend a penny. An annual television license currently costs £174.50. If you are 75 years of age or older, and someone in your home receives pension credit, your TV license becomes entirely free. It is not just discounted or reduced, it is completely covered. Yet across the length and breadth of the country, men and women well into their 80s are still paying that full annual bill simply because they never heard about the entitlement or assumed their personal circumstances did not qualify. That is over £170 leaving your bank account every year completely unnecessarily. Our fifth item is often the single heaviest bill left on the table once you have finished paying off your mortgage, your council tax bill. There are 3 distinct routes pensioners can use to slash this expense, yet most households never claim even one. To begin with, there is the single-person discount. If you are the sole adult living in your property, you are legally entitled to a 25% reduction on your total bill. Sadly, many widows and widowers continue paying the full double occupancy rate years after their partner has passed away, simply because they haven't informed their local authority. Secondly, you have the council tax reduction scheme. If you are surviving on a limited income, you can apply directly to your council for this help, which, depending on your setup, can reduce your bill all the way down to 0. Thirdly, there is a special exemption concerning severe mental impairment. If an occupant suffers from a serious medical condition, like dementia, and receives specific attendance or disability benefits, they can be entirely discounted for council tax calculation purposes. Your council will never send a representative to your door to offer these discounts. You must take the initiative, make the phone call, and ask them directly. And when you speak with them, always ask if your discount can be backdated, as local councils frequently issue large lump sum refunds for previous years alongside your ongoing monthly savings. The sixth expense creeps up on households a few times each year and steadily grows while nobody pays attention: your water bill. If your property uses a water meter and your daily consumption is unusually high due to reasons beyond your control, there is an official government-backed protection scheme called WaterSure that places a hard price cap on your payments. This scheme is designed for individuals receiving qualifying state support who either suffer from a medical condition requiring heavy water usage or have several dependent children residing under the same roof. Under the WaterSure cap, no matter how many gallons of water your home consumes, your bill is frozen, so you never pay more than the average cost for your local area. For households in this situation, that single protection can easily save hundreds of pounds a year. Even if WaterSure does not fit your household, there is another option. Almost every major water supplier in the country now operates a dedicated social tariff. This offers a permanently discounted rate for customers surviving on lower incomes, sometimes cutting the bill in half. The catch is always the same. Your water company will not automatically switch you to this lower rate. You have to contact their team and ask. Pick up the phone this week and mention the terms WaterSure and social tariff to their team. The seventh bill on our list is one that nearly every modern household pays, yet very few pensioners realize they are paying significantly more than necessary: your home broadband and landline package. If you are currently receiving pension credit or certain other low-income benefits, you are fully entitled to switch to a broadband social tariff. In practical terms, this gives you a fast, reliable internet connection for roughly £12 to £20 a month, compared to the £30 or £40 that countless households pay month after month without reviewing their contracts. The physical wires entering your property remain identical, the connection speed stays fast, and the service reliability is unchanged. The only difference is the dramatically lower price on your monthly statement. The reason so few people take advantage of social tariffs is that major telecommunications providers spend almost zero effort advertising them to existing customers. A single quick phone call could cut your internet bill in half. Call your provider today, ask them directly about their social tariffs, and see if you qualify. The worst response you can get is a no, while the best outcome puts a massive chunk of money back in your pocket every year. Before we reveal the final item on our list, I must give you a crucial word of caution, because your financial security is paramount. Whenever pensioner support and financial refunds make headline news, as they certainly are right now in August 2026, scammers and criminals ramp up their activities. No legitimate official organization will ever send you an uninvited text message, drop an email, or ring you up demanding your private banking information to process a refund or help you claim pension credit. That is simply not how genuine official support operates. Every legitimate saving outlined on this list comes from you making the direct phone call, you ticking the official box, or you filling out the recognized government application form. Never trust an uninvited approach from a stranger. Now we arrive at item number 8. If you remember only one piece of advice from this video today, please let it be this one, because it holds more value than every other bill on this list combined. The 8th item is pension credit itself. On its basic level, pension credit tops up your weekly income if you fall below a set baseline, bringing a single pensioner's income up to roughly £227 a week, and an even higher figure for couples. However, the weekly monetary top-up is only a fraction of the real benefit. The true strength of pension credit lies in everything it automatically unlocks the moment you qualify, even if your direct entitlement is only £1 single pound per week. That is precisely why we call it the master key. Once you receive it, your NHS dental treatments become completely free, as we covered earlier. Your TV license becomes entirely free once you reach 75. Your council tax can be slashed right down to 0. you automatically qualify for the warm home discount on your energy bills, along with priority support for various other living expenses. Government data confirms that the broader average value of the perks tied to pension credit sits at roughly £3,900 every year, completely separate from the direct top-up cash. Tragically, around 800,000 eligible pensioners across the United Kingdom are missing out on pension credit right now in August 2026, simply because they have not submitted a claim. Many people checked their eligibility years ago, were told they were a couple of pounds over the financial line, and never bothered to check again. But regulations and thresholds are updated and expanded over time. A household that was turned down 3 or 4 years ago could easily qualify today without any changes to their personal situation. Please do not assume an old decision is permanent, do not guess, and do not talk yourself out of what you deserve. Take advantage of the free pension credit calculator on the official government website, or contact trusted charities like Age UK or Citizens Advice, where experienced advisors will help you calculate everything free of charge. Roughly 1 out of every 3 pensioners in this country fails to receive the full financial support they are legally owed. This is not because they are trying to game the system, but simply because nobody ever explained what was available to them. There is absolute dignity in claiming these entitlements. You have contributed to this national system through decades of hard work and taxes. This is not a charity handout or a favor. It is your own money returning to you when you need it. Every single item we discussed today represents money that belongs in your personal bank account. Take your time, review this list carefully, note down which items fit your life, and make those phone calls this very week while it is fresh in your mind. If you found this video helpful, please share it with friends, family, or anyone who might benefit. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more practical advice coming your way very soon.